Say hello, Tom Burlinson and SIgrid Johnson. Well, you certainly can tell that he is the romantic lead in the movie, and you are Clancy of the Overflow. He's got the tie on with the
horse outside.
Tom, excuse me just for a second, SIgrid. It's interesting to me to know that you had no horsemanship whatsoever when you came into this part. In past years when I had to go for something, you always have to fill out the sheet, you know, like what do you do with canoeing and running and bicycling and all of that. And you didn't put down horsemanship, I'm sure.
No, the producers thought that it was a better idea because they thought that any actor that they employed would have to be taught how to ride for the film because there's so much hard riding in it. And they decided, rather than to get someone who could ride and teach them how to act, they thought they'd get an actor and teach him how to ride. So.
Well, you certainly stepped into something where you could pick up a lot. I mean, you're learning from mountain men, real mountain men in this movie who really know about horses and riding in those hills. So you must have learned a lot from them.
Yes, I was taught by a man named Charlie Lovick, who's a mountain bushman. And he
Patient?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
I actually rode his own horse, a buckskin called Denny, who you're probably looking at right now.
Oh,
yeah, that's Denny there.
Yeah.
And that's me going down the hill.
Yeah.
It sure is.
So he taught me how to ride, how to crack a stock whip, how to do all the practical things that I had to do as the character Jim in the film.
And of course, a lot to learn. You're working with Jack and Kirk Douglas and people like that. Sure. I mean, gee, you couldn't pick up more experience than you could there, could you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. A great deal of admiration for Kirk Douglas?
He was, it was really interesting because I had to, and Siggy and I, all of us really, had to work out a working relationship with both of Kirk's characters. Kirk plays Spur, who is like my character's best friend, and so that was all warm and friendly. And he also plays Harrison, who is, and it's a very cold relationship. So that was really interesting finding a working relationship with Kirk. Of course, his experience and knowledge was a great benefit to all of us. He was aware that I was in my first movie, so I think his contribution to the film was enormous.
Yeah, SIgrid, you, of course, Tom came from soap operas. What was it, Restless Years?
I did Restless Years for a while.
Restless Years, yes. Yeah. And you, of course, had 2 other feature movies under your belt before this one, but not My Brilliant Career, what's the other one?
The Getting of Wisdom.
The Getting of Wisdom, yeah.
Picking and Hanging Rock's another one. No, Getting of Wisdom, Snapshot, F.J. Holden, and Duet for Four, which is just...
But it wouldn't be anything of the degree of success that this one's
No, this is certainly the big one, yes.
Yes. And Lorraine Bailey, of course, you worked closely with her.
That's
right. You know, there's a great deal of
She's-
resemblance between the two of you. Has anyone ever said that to you?
She plays my aunt in the...
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And cast that way, obviously, on purpose. I suppose I'm being stupid saying that, but I just realized it now. how close
it's true. There's an interesting resemblance there, and the sort of thing that a producer looks for.
Yeah. And enjoyable doing it all?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was a big strain. It's always, you remember when you look back, you remember the good times, of course, and I remember it in a very positive way. But it was a big responsibility, so that we were all very tired a lot of the time, and it was a strain, but it was an enjoyable strain, an enormous challenge.
I just want you to see a couple of scenes here. First, I'd like you to see a scene with SIgrid and Tom. This is where the wild herd comes through to try to Brumbies try and take away the horse. Here, take a look at this. Here, we'll see. You're on the colt. Yeah. No, we don't have it. Okay, we don't have it. I could hear that all the way from here that we don't have it.
That's a great scene. Can I describe it to you?
Yes.
The horses come in from the left, and do we have some other scene we can show?
Kirk Douglas, we got another one coming up with this. We got it now. Here, we'll take a look at it now. Here we go. Yep. Working with a man like Kirk Douglas, they tell me that George Miller, of course, did the directing, but in a lot of instances there was a lot of Kirk's advice and experience involved in his picture as well.
Yes, and as Tom was saying, he was very generous with his knowledge, and he had a great deal of involvement with all sorts of aspects of the film, which I think everyone appreciated enormously, because he's just a man with such such great experience.
Do you ever allow yourself to get overawed by all of that?
I think one has to try not to just to fight it all the way, because I mean obviously it was hard with someone like Kirk, but no, I mean the working relationship has to be actor to actor, no matter what the what's gone before.
Well, here's a little scene with you and he, I think. You'll find this one interesting,
Right.
too. Okay, it's Kirk Douglas, SIgrid Thornton. Look at this. Well, I suppose you had that party that went on till all hours of the morning for the weekend. You've had the one tonight. There will be a premiere, I suppose, in Sydney as well.
Wednesday
Yes,
night.
on
Wednesday night there'll be one. Okay, and it opens in Melbourne and Sydney this Thursday, and later on it'll open in other states. It is, I suppose, the years, in the last couple of years, biggest movie. You would have to say that.
It is.
And really and truly Australian, coming from one of the most memorable poems in Australian history.
And it has a happy ending, which is and hopefully everyone will.
Something
walk out
new in
feeling-
motion pictures, a happy
Absolutely.
ending. Who could stand it, right?
Really?
Yeah, lovely stuff. Thank you very much, all of you.
Thank you.
Jack, continued success. Thank you, Tom, everybody. Thank you, and we'll see you. Oh, and congratulations to Michael Leslie, too. This movie. We'll be back. Please stop.